Mm. So, Rhythm, thank you so much for sparing time for this interview. So grateful for to know your story, getting down to the questions. So, I want to start with what is your first memory of with guns? When did you realize that you have picked up a gun, and how did that happen?
Well, I did used to pick up my dad's revolvers and pistols because he's in police.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, even when I was very young, I used to hold them, and I love to hold rifles and pistols and revolvers. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so I've read that it was although you have picked the gun thing came from your father, but it was your mother that who pushed you into sports, and she wanted
Both.
you to.
Yeah, my parents, both of them wanted me to get into a sport, but I think my mother had more of a role in that, I would say.
And she was initially interested that you pick up tennis.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but why did you did not pursue tennis?
I don't know. There isn't any reason. I think if I had gone to a tennis what do you say? Tennis ground, or
Hmm.
what is it called? Yeah.
Tennis court.
Yeah, tennis
Yeah.
court, sorry. A
Hmm.
tennis court, then I would have pursued tennis only, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But we went to the shooting range first, so I picked up shooting.
Okay. So like initially you would have started picking up your dad's guns, but when was that moment when you thought that you became serious that yes, you want to become a professional shooter and this is going to be your career? Where was this moment and when did you realize?
It was the first day when I went to the shooting range, and then I just saw the
Hmm,
environment, I mean the guns firing, and it was
hmm,
absolute. It was. I was just so enchanted by it, and it was
hmm,
lovely. So I was very excited
hmm,
to start my journey. And yeah,
hmm.
the day one that I went to the shooting range, I think that was the day. Yeah.
Okay. So now your parents have emphasized that although now that you have become a professional shooter, but you continue with your education, and they have said that it should be as important in your life as shooting and your sporting career is. So why is that? And if so, how are you managing? It would now become very hectic to continue pursuing your education as well as focus on training and as well as at the same time keep participating in international events so that medals keep coming. So how are you managing things and why is it important to continue pursuing education?
Well, sometimes, even now, I think it becomes a little difficult for me to, especially now, even in college, it's more tough than while I was in school. But yeah, sometimes it does get a little difficult. But my parents have they're absolutely like, no, studies are equally as important, because I think they are right, because education and knowledge, I think it gives you the power and the confidence, and the I think that growth which comes with education. It is I think it's not possible otherwise, that in life you have a different perspective
Hmm,
and a different thinking when you're
hmm,
well educated, I would say.
hmm, hmm,
And even in society, you learn to, you know um, be in a society, manage
hmm,
yourself in a society.
hmm,
You're a better person, I mean, I would
hmm,
say.
hmm. And so
You're
how are you
complete, I would You're a
okay,
complete person.
yeah, and how are you managing now that you need to
I'm
continuously
not
keep.
saying that the people that did not get the opportunity. I know how
Hmm,
incredibly tough it is to manage
yes,
sports and education together.
yes, yeah,
I think it gets very tough and very challenging, and because I mean, you are excelling at one thing at one time,
hmm,
and then you have to,
hmm,
manage that as well
yes,
simultaneously.
Hmm.
So I'm not saying that the people who did not get an opportunity, it's not like they are not doing well in life. I think they're
Hmm.
absolutely doing wonderfully.
Yes.
Yeah. But I would say then if you
Hmm.
can, I think you should. Yeah.
Okay. And but how at times it would become very chaotic. Sometimes you would need to appear in your exam. Sometimes you need to your coaches would start calling you. Sometimes your international commitment. So how are you managing things? How do you plan your education, training, and international participation?
Well, I just try to, whenever the exams come up, I take up
Hmm.
my books. I just
Hmm.
try to study whatever is possible, however much is possible, and then I just give the exams. It's not like
Hmm.
I want or my parents want 100% or like a 95 percentile from me. It's
Hmm.
not like that.
Hmm.
But the knowledge and that is important. The
Hmm.
When you're reading that, it's not about the marks. It's about the knowledge that you gain.
Okay. So do you carry your books and study material during the international events, or is it
Sometimes
just the
I do.
guns?
Yeah, no, no, no. Sometimes I do whenever I know that I have very less time and I
Yeah.
have to utilize my time. But
Yeah.
sometimes I do because I know that I would be so busy in my competitions that I won't get the time. So it depends
Okay.
on the my exams or the shooting
Hmm.
schedule. But
Okay. Okay. So I have always been curious to know how does a shooter picks up the kind of shooting that he or she wants to uh, pick up, right? You picked up like you how did you want to become a pistol shooter, not a you did not pick up rifle or a shotgun. So what is the process like? Like you become comfortable with one kind of guns, or is it inputs from your coaches, or how is the process like? What kind of
I think,
guns?
yeah,
Hmm.
I think it depends from person to person, and
Hmm.
from every for every individual it's different. I think it's more a personal choice or a preference.
Hmm.
And also, I think why I took up pistol was I just went, like I said, I went to the shooting
Hmm.
range and then I
Hmm.
liked the pistols, rifles, both,
Hmm.
but I came across a very good pistol coach. So
Okay.
that's why I think rifle just never came across my mind. I would say I never wanted to pursue rifle or shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, I think from the starting, even if you ask me if
Hmm.
I would have not met Vinitha, I think I would
Hmm.
have pursued pistol only because
Okay.
I think it's a personal preference. And then I also met a pistol coach, a
Okay.
very great
Hmm.
pistol coach. Yeah.
Okay. And that helped you to become comfortable with pistol and eventually your journey as a
I
pistol
never
shooter.
thought about that. So yeah, you will be amazed. I
Okay.
only held a rifle once in my lifetime. Being a shooter, only
Uh,
once. Even I think it was after many years that it was after being a shooter. I think it was
okay.
3, 4 years after that. I
Okay.
just wanted to see, to
If it is
hold it.
comfortable, if it is comfortable and if you are able to.
I mean, I just wanted to see how it feels like, how they hold it, and whatever.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have described shooting as a mental sport. So could you elaborate on that?
I think it's both of them, but I think
Yes.
it's more of a mental game.
Hmm.
It requires physical strength as well.
Yes.
A lot of people feel that it doesn't, but of
Yeah.
course it does.
Yeah.
To I know how much how much strength it takes to
Yeah. Yeah.
stay in that competition, standing in that competition, and
Hmm.
fighting for like
Yeah.
everything. I would say
Yeah.
because when you're
Yeah.
there, you give your everything. But
Hmm.
yeah, it is more of a mental game, I would say.
Hmm.
Because I think if you're weak mentally, or if you're not
Hmm.
that strong mentally, or if you give up,
Hmm.
mentally, it's all in the
Hmm.
mind. If you just a thought, or maybe if you just give up, I think
Hmm.
you would not be able to perform good. In the
Hmm.
next shot, only you will see that it's falling apart. You
Hmm.
have to bind yourself together till the very end. That is
Hmm.
what my coach says. That fight till the very last shot.
Hmm.
So yeah, So
Okay.
yeah, it's a more of a mental game, because if you're screwed up there, if you're like
Hmm.
if a shot or if a series takes a toll on your mental barrier when you're there, or your
Hmm.
focus, I think
Hmm.
it all ends up in nothing, I would say.
Okay. So India's greatest moment in shooting is Abhinav Bindra winning gold medal at Beijing. So you were very young. You were too young to even think about your career. You were too small. But still, when did you realize the enormity that Abhinav Bindra has won India's first individual Olympic gold? And when did you realize, and how did you feel? And have you ever got a chance to meet India's greatest shooter ever?
Well, I used to study in the school at that time, and we used to in the exams also we used to get GK questions and all of that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I did learn about that, but I did not experience the greatness of it
Yes.
when I took up shooting. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
But no, I haven't had the chance to meet him yet. Yeah.
Yes.
I,
Do you dream
I
to? Do you aspire to meet him someday?
I'm very inspired by him, and I want to meet him, and I want to see how, and I want to talk to him, and see how he is as a person. And
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. Okay. So talking about your inspiration, I read that another of your inspiration is another medalist, another Olympic medalist, Mary Kom. So how has she influenced your life, and what is so inspirational about her that you have that
I
motivates
think
you?
I think she is an inspiration to every Indian out there. I would say, not even just the
Hmm.
women, especially for the women,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
for the whole India. I think we are very proud of her. I am very
Hmm.
proud of her,
Hmm.
because being a six-time
Hmm.
world
World
champion.
champion, yeah.
And I think she's a complete woman, I would say. She is
Hmm.
doing so well. She did so well in her professional career. She's
Hmm.
managing her family life so well. I
Hmm.
and whenever you see her in the functions, in the in
Hmm.
the events, you see her so gracefully rocking a sari. And
Okay.
I think it is everything. I think she's a great player, a great
Hmm.
woman, a great
Hmm.
wife, a great mother.
Hmm.
I think it's everything.
Hmm.
She is such an inspiration for every one of us.
Hmm. A complete package.
Managing and professional life so beautifully, I think it's great. And she has that strength and determination to fight even at her age, I would say. In our game, I think age is just a number, but in her
Yeah.
game, boxing, it requires a lot of physical skill.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
and she
keep
has
going.
managed to she has managed to prolong her career as much as she could, and taking
She
along
she
everything.
was at that top level till the very end. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think yeah,
Hmm.
it
So
is very.
personal. Hmm. So I guess you have seen her up close because you mentioned that you have seen her
I have,
carrying herself in a sari.
yeah, I have seen her a couple of times.
Yeah.
I saw her in the Asian Games.
Hmm.
After we got the medals, we met Modi ji, and
Hmm.
I saw her as well, and she was wearing
Hmm.
a sari, and yeah,
Hmm. So
yeah,
any
that.
chance? So any chance to interact with her
No,
or
no,
no?
no. I
Oh
did not
no.
get a chance to interact with her.
Okay. So
No,
yeah. So still you have seen her from a distance, but yeah, much better than Abhinav Bindra.
I've seen
So,
her up close. I was
okay.
sitting very close to her, but no,
Hmm.
I did not get a chance to talk to her.
Oh, okay. Someday, very soon.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So I want to know your emotions and what did you feel on two separate occasions when you qualified for the this year's Olympics, and secondly when you won gold medal at the Asian Games. These were two different events, and I want
Yeah.
to know, and both were equally important. Both would have been equally important for you. So want to know your realization and what were your thoughts, emotions on these two separate occasions.
I would say I would speak about the Asian Games first, because they
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
Okay.
So uh, I would say that it was a lovely experience for me.
Hmm.
Asian Games is very recognized in India. I would say I
Hmm.
did win many medals in World Cups and
Hmm.
World Championships before
Hmm.
that. But
Hmm.
Asian Games is very much recognized in India more than a
Yeah,
World Championship
you should.
and World Cup.
World Cups.
So
Yeah.
to win that Asian Games medal, I think it was a great achievement. It was lovely to make my country proud at such a level where it's a multi-sport event. It's a games. It's a big
Hmm.
thing. It
Yeah.
was my first Senior Games international competition.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So I was very. It was an emotional moment for me and for my family as well, because it was a big thing actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
So because it is so much highlighted and in
Hmm.
India. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
little different from the other world
Yeah.
championships.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Agreed. There's more fan following. There's
but
more fan
personally,
following. Hmm.
yeah, yes. But
Yeah, I
personally,
get
I
your
would.
point that Asian Games has more fan following, more media coverage. So you
Yeah,
tend to, so you as an athlete also you give more importance to Asian Games rather than other events in which you are participating, where the following is somewhat a bit less.
yeah. But
Hmm.
still, even if that is, I think it was a beautiful moment,
Yeah.
and I was very very proud to make my country proud. I would say,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah. It felt absolutely amazing. So
And how?
to see that flag go high up
Hmm.
there, in I would say I haven't thought about it much yet, but now that the media asked me this question, to be in their home ground, in the Chinese home ground, and then beat them,
Yeah.
so it was a pretty good thing. It was a pretty
Really
good
good.
feeling.
And I guess the bigger would have been like qualifying for the Olympics. How was that feeling? That finally your every player, every sports person wants to be at the pinnacle of all sporting events, that is Olympics. And when you realize that finally you will be representing your country, India, at Olympics, how was that feeling?
I think it was long due. I would say that
Oh, very
I
confident. Hmm.
No, no, no. I mean, it's not that it was long due, because I got a lot of chances,
Hmm.
in that Egypt Cairo competition world
Yeah.
championships it was.
Hmm.
So I was
Hmm.
very close, one shot close. I was one hit
Hmm.
close to a quota.
Okay.
And I would say that after that, I think I did compete in a couple of competitions and there was quota there,
Hmm.
but I did not get it. So
Hmm.
I think it was long awaited for me, and for my
Hmm.
family and my. So
Hmm.
we were looking up to it, but
Hmm.
yeah, the excitement and the relief and the happiness that it brought, it was amazing, because uh, to set that, you have a goal, but now you have that path also, that
Hmm.
you're going.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I could win the quota for my country. I think it was a big moment for me, and I would say for India as well.
hmm, hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So now that you know you will be going to Paris in a few months' time, how are your preparations for the ultimate event? And are you feeling pressured that as you are getting close to the big games, is the realization of representing your first Olympic Games and being in the Olympics village with all the biggest of superstars? And are you gearing up how are you gearing up mentally, your preparations, and is there a bit of a pressure of being at Olympics?
I think I just came back from a World Cup. I think I would say
Hmm.
that I was just, uh, yeah, I am preparing, and I would not say
Hmm.
that I'm preparing after the quota. I think I've
Hmm.
been preparing for a long time. Not,
Hmm.
I think I would not say that for the Olympics, but I would say
Hmm.
I am a coach believe that we take things one step at a time. It's not like
Hmm.
we were thinking about the Olympics and then preparing
Hmm.
like that. But we were
Hmm.
taking it step by step and focusing on whatever was ahead of us.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now that yeah, now that the games are so close, I think
Hmm.
I would like to increase my practice and trainings
Hmm.
to much at a much higher level, I would say. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it is very motivating and inspiring.
Hmm.
And my preparations are going good, I would say. Yeah, I am preparing with my coach, and it is going good, I would say.
Okay.
Let's hope for the best. I
Yeah.
hope you guys have my blessings and
Yeah. Yeah.
blessings for me, I would say. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sure. It's okay.
But
It's okay. It's yes.
yeah,
Once you will be there, once you will be there shooting, whole of India will be watching, and we hope that we have another Abhinav Bindra kind of moment. And if that comes from a girl, that would be the biggest of all biggest things. And you see a poster behind me. Can you guess?
yeah, golden something.
That's Neeraj Chopra. Right.
Okay.
That's Neeraj
Okay.
Chopra. So yeah, like how Neeraj Chopra has inspired like many athletes. If another individual gold medal comes from shooting this time, it will be it will be another big moment, and it will encourage more young girls, more young boys to pick up shooting, and it will be a kind of a second revolution in shooting. So yeah, whole of country will be behind you and hoping.
I will try my best, and I
Yeah.
will try my best, and I will
Mm,
give my absolute 101% for my country
mm,
out there.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
finally, yeah.
for my preparations, I would
Mm,
like to say that the organizations and
mm,
the support
mm,
and the companies and like
mm,
Wellspun is
mm.
supporting
How is
me.
that?
So I think these companies also, take the
Mm,
load of the players, because if you have that financial backup
mm,
and that support,
mm,
so I think that helps an athlete, peacefully focus on their game and their sport,
mm,
and they can, be I would say much more. I think it is much more motivating and inspiring, and
mm.
much more confident and everything. I think it's a plus point in everything.
Yeah,
Your free mind. You
yeah.
you don't have to worry about the finances and
eh,
all of that.
Your traveling, your other things, those things are taken care
Traveling,
of.
accommodation, everything.
Yeah, and you just need to focus on your games.
Yeah,
You
you
just
we
need
just
to
need to
do
focus
your thing. You just need to do your thing, and everything else is taken care of. And
taking care.
that makes you feel a lot secured and make you feel safe, and so that your energy and your time is not wasted and on other things. Okay, so
Yes.
finally, Rhythm. Now young boys and young girls have started looking up to you as another role model, like how Mary Kom is an inspiration for you.
Yeah.
So now young boys and girls have started talking about you. A message from your side to young boys and girls just to become any, no, even if they don't want to pick up shooting, they just want to excel in the field of sports. Excelling in field of sports in itself is such a important thing for the development of the nation. So what would your
Yeah.
message be?
I would say work hard
Yeah.
and have that determination to keep
Mm,
going, have that grit, have
mm,
that will to
yeah.
keep going and never ever give up, I would say.
Mm.
And I would like to say that follow your coach, and I
Oh,
would say
okay.
ask.
So you have always followed your coach. You have always been a very
I
sincere
have
student. Okay.
I have. I think I would
Okay.
say that whatever the career
Mm,
that I have today is,
mm,
I owe it to my coach and my parents, the support of my
mm,
parents and coach. I just do whatever he tells me to do.
okay.
I think what I just don't think about much of anything. I just drop all my load on him, and I just
Um,
do whatever he tells me to do. I don't think much about anything. He
okay.
manages all that stuff.
Oh,
And lastly, I would like to say that this is very important. I have
mm,
recently very much realized this,
mm,
that be happy. I would like to
mm,
say that be happy in
mm,
whatever you're doing, even if
mm,
you're not,
mm,
you're not there where you want to be. You
mm,
have, I is yeah, it is very essential and important to have that goal. But I would say that being happy with what
mm,
you have, being grateful with what you have is very
mm,
important. I think being satisfied
mm,
and making peace with it and being
mm,
happy is, I think,
mm.
most important. because you don't, the future is uncertain.
Mm.
So living the most out of life is very
Mhm.
important.
Okay. It was lovely chatting with you, Rhythm. All the best. Hope you stay. Hope you stay healthy. Hope you stay fit. You are in good mental space because all these things will contribute in a lot, will matter a lot in the coming months, and finally on the big day once you're there for the Olympics. And so all the best. Hope you have a great Olympics, and we get to talk more often, and we get to take your story to other places. Thank you so
Thank you so
much. All the
much.
best.
Bye.
Bye.